Martin Parr.
You're lagging behind on the bill. I'm getting smashed and you're... Right, and...
It'll be the longest video ever. I mean, if I was on psychedelics, I can see how... Tossed cats.
You got it. We do this at our age.
Are you still watching? Are you still there? It looks like a tiny skeleton face on a wooden breast. What's in this?
So
what are we drinking?
It's a murder of ponies.
Good old bounce flash, baby, I'm telling you. My enemy is kitsch, not communism. Hello, and welcome to this episode of Pictures on My Mind. I am your host, Edward Thompson. I'm here with Jules Bigg.
Hi.
And today we are looking at a load of 1980s photography magazines that I rescued from a library that was closing down 4 years ago.
But now they're here.
But now they're here, and we're going to drink beer.
And look.
And I was thinking, what could we call it? Like a look and drink, a drink and look?
Something similar.
Something like a good old-fashioned look and drink. No one looks anymore. No one drinks anymore. We're going to bring it back, looking and drinking. So here we go. So off the bat, I'm just like, wow, that's Frank Eugene Meatyard.
What era were these from? Oh, 83.
So, yeah, this one's March 83. It's, if you can believe it, says issue 219.
Wow.
So they've obviously been running a little while at this point. So yeah.
Would you like to crack it here?
Oh yeah. How rude of me. What have we got here?
How rude.
Buried Shadow. Whoa. Oh, good vibes only.
Good vibes only.
Good vibes only. That seems like a good one to start on.
Variations. Siren Stoneface Brewing Company.
Oh, maybe you can do this at home.
Thank you, beer52.com.
Yeah. Shameless plug.
It's a free plug for them.
But like,
not a plug for us.
Well, not really. We are not available for sponsorship. You cannot buy us. Well, you probably could. Cheers.
They're friends.
Jules. So here we go.
That looks like a very similar colour as well, and two very different beers. Good start. Nice. Relax.
First of the day.
It's only 7 a.m.
Here we go. Okay, so what we got here? News and views, bots, the real thing. So Victor Burden's. So we've got a little news and views section here.
Nice
and I don't know if I've got.
Start.
Yeah, John Stoddart. There you go, John Stoddart.
Kid with a black eye.
Kid with a black eye again. John Stoddart here.
Yeah.
Get a shout out there.
Clearly 83.
Wow, I mean, I've got to say.
This is 30 years old.
But I love this.
Yeah.
You want an essay? There's your essay.
No need for pictures.
Yeah, it's an essay.
Yeah.
And like, man, like, I hope she's getting paid by the word.
Susan Butler.
Oh, fuck. Word. And again, just bam. I mean, we could read these, but we'll be here all day. But yeah, I mean, against Cameraless Cedar, controversial.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Interesting.
Who else? Ralph Eugene Meatyard. Well, there we go. And again, not kind of very widely known, but...
More interesting kerning and typography layout here.
Yeah.
Definitely of an era where trying to make things a little bit more interesting, but actually... It's just shocking.
Yeah, I mean, my layout for my first book in the gardening was a bit like this with that, and you know, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, but anyway, but this is Creative Camera.
We're in Meatyard.
Bam, and yeah, I mean the printing.
So suddenly,
it's not great, is it? I mean,
printing is
you know, I think
But the photography's rather beautiful.
Great. It's great.
Do we know who
no.
is this all?
Well, this is all Ralph Eugene Meatyard, and normally what you'd have a lot is people, kind of kids wearing masks, people wearing masks really weird, really dark, really sort of surreal, really kind of American Gothic.
So the Meatyard is a section within the magazine. So
no, he is Meatyard. This is the guy's name, Ralph Eugene Meatyard.
Oh, sorry.
It'd be cool if his name was Ralph Eugene, and like this section's called the Meatyard. It's very kind of like early noughties.
That's a band name.
Or a gallery name.
Meatyard is.
Hey guys, see you at the Meatyard.
Yeah.
Right, off we go. So
fantastic.
But again,
fantastic
this is almost like
beautiful.
It's graffiti, but it's almost like, is this death? The kid with the hands, the eyes and the hands.
Is this imagery from that era? So is this likely to be images?
Well, no. This one says 1954.
Okay, there we go. If I read,
pretty wild.
So beautiful. Yeah.
And there's some weird stuff where, like, is this the original photo? He's had that exhibited, or he's pasted it up, and now it's part of the next photo. That's pretty meta.
Oh yeah.
Right. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
Again, you know, I got to say, I'm thoroughly impressed with 1983 Creative Camera at this point.
Yeah. So would I be. I'd be very influenced to go out and take.
And again, more writing. I've heard, I read online, was that it was the more art magazine. They took over from another camera magazine. It was much more kind of camera club. And then this was the more art one. And that actually this magazine was more kind of like probably one of the only magazines kind of read in America. American photography wasn't really interested in European photography, but they did pay attention to this magazine.
Okay.
So it's interesting that they go for the kind of literary...
Yeah, there's a lot of words.
Yeah. Oh, wouldn't you know, some Chris Killip. Wow, this is a particularly good first issue for the first issue, I thought. Yeah. And a nice layout to it
More
for
stunning,
it too. And actually
imagery.
printed better. I have a feeling, right? Those Ralph Eugene Meatyard prints, they might not have been very good prints to begin with.
It does depend on the scanning, and it depends on the origination of the photographs as well, because these seem soft, but they're very beautiful.
Yeah.
But it does depend on the half toning.
Whereas these seem pretty good.
Yeah. They almost look like they're printed. It almost feels like the whole thing is printed just single black, or maybe double hit black, not CMYK black, but I could be wrong.
Oh, Jules, yeah.
Because the whole magazine is black.
Yeah.
And I would think it's not CMYK black, so it would most probably be single colour proper. Yeah. But maybe double hit, so you get the intensity.
What's double hit?
So you would have to go through the press twice.
Wow, okay.
So exactly the same plates. They would sometimes double hit just to get depth of the colour, and certainly something like black.
Cool.
But they're beautiful shots.
And a nice set. So obviously
stunning.
It says here Skilling Grove. So, you know, when did In Flagrante come out? I've got it, I should know. This is 83. Could this be while he's making the work? Could this be one of those things photographers do sometimes where they publish work while they're making it? Because this, you know, I recognise some of these photos from In Flagrante, and yeah, like this one. I think pretty sure that makes the cut.
That's gorgeous as well.
You know?
It's stunning.
And then the really nice review. It says Ascal and Skilling Grove, and that's actually a review. And oh, wouldn't you know there's more? Oh my word, this is amazing.
It is nice too.
I can't, yeah, and it is good. I can't imagine them doing sort of a spread like this, because there's so many pictures, and you know what, they do work at that size.
They do, even though it would be lovely to see them full page, but actually,
For getting,
you just get closer.
It's like appreciating like an album rather than a single.
Yeah.
Like a photo magazine now, it might just be one photo a page, or even one on a double page,
But
and
when
whatever.
we grew up, our parents had photo albums. You always had multiple images, didn't you? 40 a page. But these are.
But they've done it well. They put all the
stunning,
portraits at the end together. No, I think some of this
So
work
down
became In
fairness.
Flagrante. I don't know why in my head I'm thinking like 86 for In Flagrante. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's earlier.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And interesting, the pagination. Have you seen this?
What's that? 883?
Yeah. So maybe they do it from what month? March. Do you think there's a possibility where they go through like year to year and then they just stagger?
The page numbers.
Because
oh my God, they do. Look,
yeah.
1,234.
No,
and funny, I
that's
should pull out
mad.
1, 2, 3, 4, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But so this episode starts on 857. Oh look, even on the contents page, which
No
obviously
way.
you would of course. I didn't even
So
pick
that's
that
wild.
up
So
earlier.
why would they do that? So if you're like into archiving and someone said, "Oh, you should check out,"
Be interesting
or
to see
referencing.
if we've got a January copy.
We will do.
Let's wait.
We will
Let's
do.
wait.
You know what I just realised? Have you seen an advert yet?
No. Oh, sorry. I mean that's what you meant January. Yeah.
No, I mean in life. You know what advertisements is? But like, I haven't seen any apart from the one right at the front. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, for
For
rare
anything,
books.
for anything, or
Rare
just
book collection, which may be theirs anyway.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, it says book room, creative camera. So like literally
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no,
yeah.
they didn't do advertising. That's pretty interesting.
At the back there's Olympus.
Ah,
There we go.
Daley Thompson.
Sadie Thompson.
There we go. And David Bailey.
And
Is that
David
David?
Bailey.
A young
Yeah, it
David
is.
Bailey.
Fantastic.
And David Bailey and Daley Thompson in conversation.
Having a chat.
Daley Bailey.
Daily Bailey, isn't that mad? The OM10.
Wow, is that? Oh, and then the Creative Camera Bookshop. So literally, there's one advert in the whole magazine. Here, do you want to plonk that over there? I'll let you flip through this one now, Jules. You can.
£1.10. So adverts we've got.
And would you know
coming
Ralph
in.
Eugene Meatyard getting a shout out?
Yes, Mr. Meatyard again. Very good. So still similarly poor type layout, but it's not poor. It's just of an era. Be interesting to see as we get drunk and we go further down the books whether the typography improves just purely through alcohol.
Well, they changed
or
the
whether they
design
actually do.
changes
Yeah, it
3
must do.
times or
Does it?
4
Okay,
times,
okay.
so or 5
That would
actually.
do.
Yeah.
Bless her.
I can't get over how small the font is and how much text there is. Like, it's a real...
Yeah, it's a
Oh, Master Photographers on BBC Two, because there's only 3 channels at this point. You're not going to miss that.
although it doesn't tell you when it's on, does it? More hologram.
Bit of Richard Long land art going on there. Only up until May 7th, 1983, if you want to go check that out.
There we go. Mother Saint Croix. Is that how it's
Is that
pronounced?
the photographer's name?
I don't know. None of New Orleans. This is rather,
there any-
rather stunning. So 1904. Okay, girls.
I'm really confused now.
Yeah.
These are
old.
archival
Yeah.
images.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. But they made the edit for the magazine. It's really interesting. Some nice compositions here.
they're beautiful.
But again, printing not too
So what would
great.
these be shot on? A plate camera at that time?
Yeah, probably. Because when I first saw it,
stay still.
because I wasn't sure. I mean, I
Yeah.
thought it could have been like some contemporary, like, because we're getting into sort of more conceptual art territory here, and people by the end of the decade, you see much more kind of constructivist. I mean, the YBAs feature in some of the last copies. Obviously, not the ones I've got, but you know, that's where it gets to with like Sarah Lucas and Damien Hirst sort of featuring in them. So
Chapman Brothers.
yeah, exactly. So one from 1858, from Henry Cole to the 80s. Yeah, and again, that's actually printed quite well, so I'm not quite sure what's going on.
So these circular corners here, would that be in a style of the time, 1855?
It
Sort of feels like an
might have been
thing.
possibly, but then
Is this
we don't know what
pinhole?
we're looking at here because it is signed and dated. Could this be a mount? I don't know. Probably not.
So would this be pinhole cameras at this
You
time?
know what, man? Ain't my bag.
Really?
I'm not a pinhole guy. I don't know. I'm not a historian. I'm a photographer.
So it's not digital then?
That is made on an iPhone 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Wow, I love this.
Yeah.
This is such a
It's
slog.
solid. It's solid,
It's like,
isn't it?
oh, you want an essay, and we're in. Who we got now? Tina Freeman. Wow, okay, photographer I've never heard of. I've probably not heard of lots of people, but I've not heard of Tina Freeman. But you know what?
Give her a go. Rather interesting.
It's like abattoir shots. Is that an abattoir? Is it hairnets? I can't quite see
be.
what's
This is-
going on.
ooh.
Or is it now? Is she mixing it up?
Is it some form of exercise? No, could
No,
that be a
it's
bath?
like
That's a
a
steam room.
spa.
Do you think it's a steam? That's
Yeah,
an early
possibly,
spa.
possibly.
Okay, what era are we in now?
I don't know. It doesn't even say.
But we are on page.
Oh.
We are on
Oh.
page 910.
Oh my word! Come in.
Is this an advert?
It's an advert for the
Dark
Ag for
room.
Darkroom in glorious colour. Anyway, so let's keep going on this. So sorry, Tina. I'm just sorry.
I
I'm
quite like
sorry.
Tina's actually.
Yeah.
I think it's quite, but it's really blown out, isn't it? I mean, it's not printed particularly well.
I can see what they're doing in that
Yeah.
it's sort of banal everyday
Yeah.
stuff, but I think there's a way of doing that and it also being kind of amazing too. But anyway, it's different stroke,
It's a bit
different.
flat. Tell you
folks.
what, it's the flatness also of single colour print. So
Right.
when you print in magazines in single colour, they're printing just black. It can be really thin.
Yeah,
So 4-colour black, CMYK black, sort of is better.
magic.
Well, it's more up to date. Anyway.
Magic. Bit of Paul Graham. Bit of Paul Graham. Burning Fields, original in colour. I like that. Original in colour, just in case you were like,
Yes,
original in colour. Original
Yeah, the
in
original
colour.
was much better. It was in colour, but
Bit of Paul Graham.
yeah.
Oh, look.
Oh, well,
There we go. Danny Lyon. And he's got
Yeah.
very popular again recently, which is really funny.
This shot you always
yeah,
see everywhere, don't you?
exactly.
Yeah. Yep,
In
stunning.
black and white, actual black and white.
Yeah,
None
yeah,
of
we're
this
doing lots of black and
brackets
white.
in colour. Oh, wow. Okay, can you see this? It says Cal and Eileen, 1966, brackets, both dead.
Bike accident.
Harsh, man. Harsh. Harsh, harsh, harsh.
They're not wearing helmets.
They
That's-
aren't
that's
wearing
pretty brutal.
helmets. I
And
mean,
all gloves.
no, I mean, this guy's, I think, has he got a helmet, but he's wedged it on the front? Is that, or is that a
probably.
balloon?
Yeah, but he's cool. That's fine.
Were
He's
people
a-
doing like nitrous back then, like balloons? They're popular with the kids now, aren't they? I don't think
know.
that.
I
I don't
think
think a
it
Hell's
was a new
Angel
thing.
wouldn't
I
do
think that's a
that.
new
Yeah,
thing.
to be like on speed and stuff. Now, who we got here?
New
More
Mexico.
Danny Lyon, but
Yeah.
not work I'd have seen, because it's always the bikers, isn't it?
Right. Okay. So,
Which is kind of, you know.
maybe this is holiday snaps.
Yeah, the lighting's great. Well, this is some of my favourite lighting, right? Lightning.
Lovely
And
early
lighting,
cagoules.
where you basically get direct sunlight on your
Yeah.
subject in the foreground and then a moody sky
Yeah.
in the background.
Yeah.
And obviously by exposing for the direct
Yeah.
sunlight on
Yeah.
them, it
Yeah.
makes the background even darker. Yeah, cool.
Although interestingly, the contrast is in them and not in the background. But yeah,
On the tube,
early
who
trains.
we got here? Again, photographer never heard of, Carol Wallet.
In
With
a
weights.
weights
I'm
room.
seeing a connection. Do you reckon they've been hanging out with Tina?
Yeah,
I'm
these are
getting
oh, heavyweights. Yeah, these are serious
I'm getting
weights.
I'm getting a similar vibe here.
These are rather beautiful again. So what era is this?
I'm
Carol
guessing
Willett.
it's current.
Do you know
because
Carol Willett?
I do
Willett?
not know.
Oh, they're wonderful.
This is Olympic weight room.
Yeah. Stunning. Look at
So
these.
yeah, 120 obviously, square
Beautiful.
format. It's a shame. It's funny how there's some people get loads and loads of info, and some
6.5,
don't.
Jesus.
Yeah, I went with the 4% to start. You
Yeah,
see,
vegan friendly. It may be vegan friendly, but it's not.
the complete catalogue of Dover photography.
Do you think that's Dover Street? Like the
Yeah,
old Dover Street
maybe.
bookshop? Actually, that's the same road that they're published on, isn't it?
Yeah,
Dover Street.
that's it.
That's the same place that they're in.
Wow, the background.
Okay,
wait for
go.
it. Wait for it. Wait, back cover.
Oh, wow.
That? Ooh, edgy. Made in England. It's a ruler.
Nice.
Is that part of? No, they've just done that just for shits
No.
and giggles. Does anyone get a credit for that? Or just someone thought cheeky? Anyway,
Good.
flip that over so we got them in order. There we go.
Go.
Next. Who this? Recognise that? That looks kind of new topographics to me. Maybe some new topographical person.
No, we're still in old style. We're up to page 929 now.
Yeah, cover, Ron McCormick, who features in The Wasteland. Oh,
interesting shooting.
If you like fox hunting, you know where to come.
My mum would not like this.
Yeah, me neither, man. I mean, that's really sad. But he's happy about it. It's funny how times change. So you've got this guy grinning, waving the dead fox around, you know?
They do feel, these feel like they're not poachers, that they are on their land keeping the vermin at bay, although shooting deer. And this is Scotland.
It says grouse shooting.
Sutherland.
Grouse shooting from butts. You're shooting grouse from your butt. John Taylor.
Oh, different colour.
A bit new topographical. Yeah, it's a good idea. Let's keep this going.
Do you want to try a bit of this one?
Yeah, let's go.
This is 5.2, vegan friendly.
Yeah, I'm going to speed up flipping, okay?
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
still need to shout out,
go.
but this is okay, but again, like, you know, like...
Is John Taylor the one from who did the front cover? Is this Wasteland?
No, that's McCormick.
Is that coming? Okay.
For me, it's just one of those people when they do landscape photography, just very flat landscapes. With landscape, you've got to have a bit going on sometimes. Freelander, again, no introduction, but let's look at this. I don't know. Yeah. Not so fussed.
I'm feeling the same.
Yeah, I like there's some trippy mirroring here of these two things. It's like almost you're looking at, maybe you are looking at, no, you're not looking at two images, it's like an optical thing, but this is...
Yeah, we're in the States now
that's
as well.
That's about it. Morley Freelander, but a little bit. No, not with you, Lee. Here we go. This, I kind of like. I find this kind of trippy. That's a bit weird. This one again, like the repetition.
Where is it? This is a really interesting...
I think it's inside the wasteland of our minds. Cheers.
They will be...
I don't know. It's fun looking at what I don't know. It says Liverpool. Brought up in Liverpool, just off Liverpool. Yeah, this could be Liverpool, couldn't it? No, I don't know. I can't.
I think this is...
we ain't got time to read, man.
No,
we ain't got time to read.
No. Mad.
It's okay.
Yeah, but what are these?
That's a playground made to look like space stuff. Because obviously back in the late 60s, 70s,
I was just wondering why there was a stationary horse.
Well, there usually is, isn't there?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of stationary horses. I cover them a lot.
I mean, it's early taxis.
It is.
Just waiting for a ride.
And very good for the environment. Both, not only with their output, but the whole being not doing
fuel. This is definitely stronger. This is 5.2.
Some of this is okay.
It's quite interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Although, again,
the
depth of field of the image is very foreshortened purely because of the printing. I think as a
if you
print,
saw it,
yeah, because these are quite flat because of the magazine.
Anyway. Oh, that seems really badly printed. But then this is 1853. That's why
flat.
This looks really crap. When was it made? 1853. Well, I guess that'll be why.
It's a pretty amazing depth of field there.
Yeah.
All the way back to there. But yeah, it's...
yeah. Wow, that's so long ago, it's almost a future.
Definitely wasn't in colour.
Whoa, John Gatto, the King of New York. No, is that someone else?
This feels like abstract ambient music, doesn't it?
I know, right? I'm kind of...
It's like...
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. I see what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I can see why in the early 80s, someone would be like, at a gallery, and they'd be like,
yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But it is...
I mean, if I was on psychedelics, I can see how
Dark
the
it would
repetition, the fractal movement, I can see now how done.
Yeah.
Now, look at that.
Colour.
Contemporary Czechoslovakian photography.
So this is May. So I was I was 6.
I was 2.
There we go.
And we've skipped to the end of the year, just to point out, this is like about Czechoslovakian photography.
Yeah.
And that's Jan Sudek. That's pretty cool. Right, do you want to, you can get flipping now. Let's get
in.
Flipping and...
So price is still the same, still 150, and we are now up to episode 228, and we're up to even more ridiculous. So this is still okay. I'm interested to see if January
completely.
Yes, it has. Yeah. So now we've got a little bit more typography sort of involved. Maybe there's some typesetting slightly changed, and art scans involved still. 10.8. This is all a bit cool. Just a little bit more.
And that's another photography magazine.
Quarterly magazine
that they're promoting in their magazine. Again, I can't imagine photography magazines advertising other photography magazines.
Do you think there's links there? Do you think, or do you just think it's?
Well, that's in Birmingham for a start. I don't see it. I see it some camaraderie.
Yeah, or they're paid for an ad.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good, definitely.
Oh, flashback. Gatto again.
Reviews on.
He liked it so much. Back in again.
Hey, this
that rings a bell. Hockney. Yeah, it is.
It is Hockney. Yeah, 82. Wonderful. Fantastic. What a beautiful, beautiful composition of Polaroids.
One thing that's interesting is just the range of like kind of photojournalism and quite, well, obviously back then was cutting edge contemporary art photography in the same magazine, which that just wouldn't happen now.
The level of photography is pretty stunning. Actually,
yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah. And interesting. There's really intriguing work going on here.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Look what they did there. And that's quite smart in a way, because look, you've got more photos in, and they fit the kind of horizontal landscape, but then they got a couple of verticals in there. They've done it quite nicely. This is nice. Good.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Pram and beers.
Full of beers. Oh, cheers, Jules. Pram full of beers. There we go. Yeah, it's good.
It'd be interesting to have a little bit more time to read and see what these are, because there's
some great stuff here. That's beautiful. A banger. That's good.
Three-legged dog.
Three-legged dog. Three-legged dog.
So these are all Prague, are they? They seem to be.
They're all different photographers.
But they're all in and around Prague, Czechoslovakia.
Yeah. When did it all go south? That was the late 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I went skiing there pre-wall coming down.
Yeah.
With my parents, and that was rather lovely actually. Very beautiful.
Great. This is some great stuff. This is some really cool stuff.
Yeah, it is.
This is a great shot. This for me,
this is stunning.
You know the shot that was banging about Robert Frank and everyone on the bus. This is just as amazing.
That's a great composition.
Yeah. Again, a bit soul lighter. It's a bit sort of a bit abstract, but a bit playful.
Yeah.
That's a nice sense of humour there. Like, say something nice, Jules. I don't know. I can't.
No. I mean,
I like that and that. That's
there may well be intrigue in the architecture in there, but not. I mean, actually, that's quite interesting.
A window and a window. All right, fair dues. If anyone who's into architecture, they'll be like this.
And also bulldozing.
Okay, all
by
right.
putting in.
I take it back.
Okay, so actually, this is very interesting.
I just didn't get that immediate.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of magazines to get through, and I was like, if you're not amazing,
what they've done is bulldozed old architecture and honed in
on the new
modern windows, which is actually just rather interesting.
That is actually not too bad.
Actually, I rather love those. So you've flipped by without.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put on these. Goose. Okay. These are dire. This is like what is this?
No, it's just reportage of a period of a time.
So here you go. This is like almost not quite kind of shoving cameras in strangers' faces, but kind of, but not quite. The problem I've got right with this kind of photography is where it's the kind of Bruce Gildens of this world, where you see the pissed off reaction, and like for me, there's a magic in this photo.
Yeah, because they're not.
Maybe
because they don't realise that
this photo or this one or that one, where you don't feel the photographer's presence there, and it's not.
It's very hard though, because you can tell with Bruce Gilden that he is.
Yeah.
And importantly so, and actually there is definitely an interaction between him and the subject, very importantly.
Yeah. But I just find it weird that they choose those photos to make the cut. Oh, this is fun. Is this all Czechoslovakian photographers? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
The whole magazine. That is amazing. That is a lovely shot. It is lovely.
That looks like a Ural.
You know what, man? I was banging on about Tony Ray Jones in the previous video, and I was saying about just like a life and love of life. All these ones, man. Do you know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Look at that. Yep. Like this lovely moment here, and then the horse on the mural.
Outside the bookie.
Yeah. It's lovely.
These are nice as well. That's a beautiful little glance across.
Yeah, moments.
They're lovely.
Moments. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. The architecture in the background, the pile of rubble. It's all kind of
great
wild.
shot. Really lovely shot.
Hey man, you like your tattoos?
Man,
get some proper ones. Stop this poke tattoo nonsense. You get the real thing.
Because that doesn't even look like Russian tattoos. This is quite.
Yeah, there's a cool face there.
Yeah.
Boobs again. Sorry.
Yeah.
More boobs in this one. I'm sorry about that.
No boobs.
I didn't know. Just who was to know?
That's a lovely shot. Actually.
And then Jan Sudik reviewed, and then a book. But I quite love that they did a little thematic issue.
That's a rather beautiful aging nude, actually, with the fox. It looks like it's nude.
No way.
Actually, it's rather lovely.
But I love the fact they did a whole issue on one theme. That was pretty cool. And then your advert.
Another Olympus
back
OM system. OM2 now. They did
more holiday photos. And because they had colour on the front, you got colour on the back. There you go. Oh, Agfa were happy.
More money in.
Agfa were probably paying for the colour back anyway, weren't they?
Yeah, although whether it's a good. I don't know if that's a good representation of Agfa Chrome Speed.
Yeah, the colour's a bit.
Because it looks a bit washed out. It looks a bit.
Yeah,
vintage.
But you know it's
vintage
film.
Neg.
The hipsters would like this because look, they've
Vintage
left the
neg.
border
Yeah,
of the film,
of
and you can't shoot film unless you do that because otherwise no one will really see you shoot film. And you're only allowed to shoot film if you make a big deal about shooting film, right?
So you know.
There we go. Bam, here we go. Oh, Happy New Year. It's January 1984. Cheers.
Right, and I'm interested to see how the pagination, sorry, I'm anally fixated on the pagination, but
yeah,
good times.
Oh, it's a reflection. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, it's a puddle. I mean, they've gone bold for January of a puddle, a dirty puddle on the front.
And the North.
Oh, it's a North issue. Agfa again, faithful to the end.
Black and white, wow.
Dark. I don't know what's going on there.
The dog trapped under a wheel, not really.
I know.
Doesn't look particularly happy either. It is.
Some names ringing a bell here, just flipping through. Parr, Graham, Meadows, Stevenson. Still doing the funny numbers thing for you.
So when did Parr really come to the height of exposure?
Probably New Brighton, so probably mid 80s, right?
Yeah, I remember my dad did a photographic course day with him.
Yeah, how did that go?
He did say he was a little bit arrogant, but
really,
then, yeah.
I haven't heard. I've heard he's a lovely fellow.
Well, I'm sure he is. Yeah. But
right, tanks. And
Tanks
the thing
and
is, for the
Indians.
North issue,
Tanks and
Indians.
That's a good name for a band.
Tanks and Indians. Yeah, Guns N' Roses.
Or it's a beer.
Or
it's a modern ale, isn't it?
Indians,
Tanks and Indians.
What I find for an issue about the North is I didn't expect.
Good
vibes again.
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah, have some of that one.
Good vibes.
Good. The North. I didn't expect there to be tanks, but then I realised this is Susan Meiselas's work in Antigua in Guatemala. So yes.
Okay.
Walker Evans Destroyed. It's funny that they do clickbait titles before clickbait was a thing, because I just skim-read that, and it actually doesn't have anything to do with anything getting destroyed.
But you were straight in, expecting something
I know.
to do,
That's Walker Evans Destroyed.
To do with the tank.
Oh, Barbara Kruger appearing on the scene.
Yeah.
Barbara Krugs, 1984. I thought she came later, but there we go. And the North.
Here we go.
Wow, I just think in 2 photos, I think they could just do white pages from now on. I mean, I haven't spent much time in the North, but I think what they've done there
sums it up.
That's it. But let's hope
Halifax.
there's more. Let's hope there's
Halifax.
more. Oh, there's more.
Halifax in the 80s.
Oh yeah, mate.
Mr. Parr. Mr. Parr.
It is Mr. Parr. There we go. Look at that. Everyone having just no one's on their phone. Everyone's living their best life.
That's interesting. Look at the table as well.
Yeah.
It's a double. Sorry, not table. The
sofa, seat,
the
whatever.
blanket seating.
But maybe that's for like dancing or moving.
It feels like a station,
dance.
doesn't it? Whoa! Hearse had its wheels stolen.
Oh, I thought it was a 3-wheeler.
For a 3-wheel hearse.
So again, yes, all right. Hey, a bit of Paul Graham, shoot at square medium format. Oh, original in colour.
Yeah.
Original in colour.
Yeah.
I bet these look great in colour.
That'd be beautiful.
So flipping through here.
Paul
No, I'm sure maybe it's nice. The repro's bad,
maybe
but
in colour it was nice.
it's just I don't know.
The repro is.
But also, look, it's Dollar's dishwater to begin with.
Yeah,
look at those compositions, man.
I mean, they really are just.
Some photojournalism here. Michael Sedgwick.
It's a classic era of magazine print, which is depends on the stock of the paper. It's a slightly still silky stock, so the ink should sit on top, but it's still.
There we go. Bill Stevenson.
Weezer.
That's it.
Stag comic.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm not so fussed by that. This is all right.
Yeah, it's quite nice, Daniel Meadows.
But it's not. There's so much better from the same period. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Got some coppers.
Just miners.
That's it. Oh, punks.
Coming in. No, going past. Sorry, we're 83, aren't we?
That's it. This
is new.
You're way. Yeah, they're hanging out by Canada by that point.
Right.
Next.
Rest me up. Sorry,
okay, now the fact this is Guatemala, we had Susan Meiselas giving a shout out earlier. Is that Susan Meiselas? Oh, there's some bush. Sorry. There's some bush here. Stefan de Jager from Multiple Images, which is funny because we only saw the Hockney nude, like 3 magazines ago. Now this is fun. So it's a bunch of Polaroids.
My friends come on Sundays.
Done as a little montage, but also it looks really crap. It's like kind of upper middle class porn for poor people. It's like Thanksgiving. It's like visiting a rich American family on Thanksgiving dinner.
American.
Is this a piss
take?
Is this a piss
sort
take?
of humour. There's humour in it, isn't it? It's sort of like.
It's to kind of work. If it's not taking the piss, then it's really
shite.
it's really unselfconscious.
But very 80s.
And super 80s.
Yeah.
Hey, Chet. Kevin likes having long hair. Star Trekkies Convention, Birmingham 1982.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, that is amazing. I love that.
A live statue.
I know, that's freaking, it's literally gold.
Yeah.
It's literally gold. Original in colour.
That would be a good T-shirt. Originals in colour.
It's such a shame it's not in colour because you know they're going to be like gleaming. That's great. Oh, that's a banger. And I've never heard of Konrad Haffenrichter in my life, which is a real shame.
It's almost a spell check mistake, isn't it?
Mark Bailey again. I mean, this one's harrowing. That's going to give me freaking nightmares.
Yeah, that is. London 82.
I mean, not being rude or anything, but dude, has that guy got some kind of learning difficulties here? It just feels like, I don't know. Are we okay? I don't know. He seems a weird selection.
This is dark.
It is very dark.
There may be also a late night sort of camera shake sort of element to that. But yeah.
I don't know, man. I've got this weird thing about street photography. It's like if someone just prays on the weak, I'm a bit like, or someone who's not in. I don't know. You got to get everyone.
Best health
is what I'm saying.
Not in good vibes only.
No, good vibes only.
Yeah.
You got to get everyone. Otherwise, it's like you're just going for the soft touch, aren't you?
Yeah.
And that's not right. So I don't know, Mark Bailey. I don't know.
Going for the easy loon.
I want to look into more of Mark Bailey's work and just to see if it was just what they picked or whatever. But yeah, there we go. Oh, more Mark Bailey. Maybe not. Just the ladies.
That's nicely glam actually.
But kind of
got bizarre. A little bit of Duran
and you know
sort
what, man? I freaking love this with the depth of field. They back focus. They've got all this going on in the dress.
Yeah. Same model hopping the. That's a good shot.
But also working across formats. So I'm guessing 35mm. He's got 2 1/4 inch. So it's So
that could be cropped.
Yeah.
It is. That's the last night at the Blitz Club in London. So
in 82. Yeah. We've got a rave,
very infamous
rave going
New
on that
Romantics
side.
almost.
Yeah. Christopher Cormack. Again, not heard of Christopher Cormack in India. Is this India?
Yeah, it is. Bengal Club, Calcutta.
Calcutta, London College of Printing, so where I studied back in the early 70s, it says. He went freelance and has worked mostly for the Sunday magazine, particularly The Observer. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
You like your wide angle, you like your 24mm.
Look at this.
I know, that's tight. That is tight.
But it's all
embedded.
Moulded into this rather bizarre room. It's fantastic. Look at the CDs.
Wait until you see Cyril Smith at home. Yeah, Cyril Smith at home.
Oh, that's fab. Oh, look at his Toby jugs.
I know, right?
The biggest collection of Toby jugs ever.
Yeah,
I bet.
yeah.
He's a fine frame of a lad, isn't he?
It's funny how these super wide environmental portraits.
They are beautiful.
They are good, but
so
I
what
can't
would that
imagine
been shot again in that time? A plate?
No, it's a 35mm.
It would have been 35mm.
I reckon it's 35 on a 24mm lens. It's pretty wide, and yeah.
It's rather beautiful. George Melly. Classic.
The thing is, on assignment now, they probably only ever want one photo, and they wouldn't generally give you the option of doing that. They'd want a title portrait, so that's kind of cool that they got to do that. Oof, man, what time is it now? Is it 8 in the morning yet?
Almost. Hangover kicking in a couple of issues' time.
I'm getting the sweats. Get creative camera from your newsagent or direct by mail. And we're done. Bill Brent.
Next.
Creative camera. Who's this?
Got some
Ansel Adams.
Staples at the front.
It's punk rock, mate.
What's connected?
Punk's not dead.
So, sorry. Yeah, we're still going up on the pagination.
April 1984.
Do you think they do it decade by decade?
Well, the magazine had been running
for 60 pages.
The magazine had been running since I think 1955, and this has already been running 30 years. So there's no way.
It's not even that many.
I don't have my phone on me.
It's only 40 pages.
Layout's the same. More news.
Grace.
Is that Grace Jones? No.
No, it isn't. But it looked like Grace.
It looked like it with the haircut. Yeah.
Okay, we're getting very New Romantic sort of era, aren't we?
What?
Oh, you never know, mate. You may make it.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I was going to say that was
I don't
quite.
know. It's your sort of Helmut Newton wannabe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Your mirrors.
Oh,
yeah.
It's quite interesting, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh! I like it when they do this. A love story. I'm getting almost Dwayne Michaels vibes on this one. Mark Lewis. So Dwayne Michaels famous for doing a series of photos telling a story.
This is quite a similar story, but obviously.
But is it
the paper? Well, the paper changed. Okay, so the paper. So it must be about the headline. So war looks inevitable. Evita. The first man into Stanley.
Oh, there's a man.
Stanley what? Stanley Clark. Stanley. Who knows?
Or the first man into Stanley. Hello, Stanley. Welcome to the first man into.
Backing into Stanley.
Yeah.
For velour.
Defence.
Yeah.
I've got to say, not a fan. Really not a fan. I see what they're trying to do.
There is a concept.
It's not working. This, on the other hand, is a bit conceptual, and I kind of dig it. So you've got almost like Ophelia.
Is that a projected?
This is a back projection of the Golden Gate Bridge. This is a woman doing Ophelia with the roses, but laying on some quilt or whatever. I mean, this is getting pretty wild now. This is pretty out there, and I kind of like it.
This is almost collage, as in unrealistic, but it clearly is because it's an image.
It's legit. Or I don't know if I can go for this buried shadow black IPA right now.
Well, it depends.
Can I switch up?
To be fair, this is less. I'm going for that.
Oh, 6.5%.
I know.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm going to do that one. 5.5.
I'm going buried shadow black IPA. Sounds nice.
Activate deadline mode. I don't think we're going to make the deadline.
Deadline.
This could be the longest video ever. This ain't going to work. I don't know what we're going to do.
You might need to edit.
Maybe we have to do like we come back and we try and do the second lot. That's again, is anyone still watching? That's the question. Are you still watching? Are you still there? So look, now this is the same woman again as the images before, with like keywords, silently, lie, violently across the pool, the water breaks falling, around emerging from. This is pretty wild stuff. But again, I'm not sure if I like it now. I kind of like the landscape.
It's quite staged. Is that like a staged version of that? Is this?
Yeah, I don't know. We're getting into like Cindy Sherman territory, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of their Shermanator. More writing, lots of writing. That's Alfred Stieglitz.
It is. 1935.
That's a cat. Is that a bunch of cats being thrown in the air? Tossed cats.
You got it. But tossed cats.
Yeah, tossed cats.
It's like tossed salad.
Yeah, but cats. Oh, more breasts.
Rocky.
Oh, but there's Rocky breasts. We're okay. Sylvester Stallone by Annie Leibovitz. Wow.
And Son.
And Son, the Liebanator. And then the boobs down there. And a snake round a leg. I just feel this whole page, there's a lot going on.
We are in the 80s.
Yeah.
And they're almost feeling, this is definitely very 80s, isn't it?
Oh man, that's like a White Snake album cover.
But it's a snake vacuum cleaner.
Oh, it's conceptual. Whoa, variable contrast. Now holds its ground against graded paper. Oh, I like this.
Oh, that's interesting.
What?
See how the dudes get bigger and bigger.
But they're graded with different contrast.
Yeah.
Rippingly good contrast. Ilford multi-grade. That's it. What we got now? Change up a design, right? Or no, not. Just they had a vertical. They just swung it. They were like, we'd like a vertical image on the cover.
Well, they are creative.
Well, they are creative. They're like, you know what? Normally we do this. We've done this for 30 years, but you want the vertical. We're going to make it happen.
At what age do they go full bleed on imaging?
Oh, man.
Because they keep this idea for...
I don't know. You'll see. You'll see. Right. I'll let you. You can flip this one, Jules. Let's go. Watch out for the spillage.
Yeah, no. I can... I'll wipe soon. Interesting.
Wow, are they nudes of tiny faces on? Are they skulls?
It feels like it's nipples and boobs, but I could... Oh, it's David Bailey. Hairy one. That's weird.
It looks like a tiny skeleton face on a wooden breast. That's what I'm seeing. What are we drinking?
I know, things that get hits...
Are these people tossing ponies? No, they're just regular ponies.
It's a group. It's a flock. It's a murder. It's a murder of ponies.
Yeah.
Old Nans.
Yeah, I'm not really fussed about that
Party.
one. This is kind of nice. Yeah, the
interesting
perspective.
Angle.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
High up on the street.
I like someone's written disco on the back of a Mini.
Yeah.
Disco Mini.
Is that a Mini?
Yeah, it looks like a Mini.
Trevor? That looks too big. But
oh no, maybe it's not. Maybe
but anyway, it's
Video Club. You shouldn't really talk about Video Club, Jules. Yeah. First rule of Video Club is not talk about Video Club. Okay, so
Frederick Evans.
I'm surprised. It's March 1985 and it's pretty dry, but let's keep going.
We've moved on. We're 2 years later.
Wow.
The 924.
And you knew.
Porsche 924.
That's pretty slick. Same layout, same thing.
Yeah.
Win a new Porsche with Kodak. News. Boobs. I'm surprised actually there's not as much. I thought there'd be more nudity in 80s photography magazines, but I guess this is the more cultured one as opposed to the Camera Club boyos.
Or maybe they're a version, maybe they do issues that are a little bit pornographic. Anyway.
I just saw a quote, I'm going to read it out of context. My enemy is kitsch, not communism. There you go. Yeah, Westminster Abbey. Again, not fussed. Again, pretty dry, out of focus, really boring. Wow, this is not so good. Photo of Aubrey Beardsley Or was it? I thought it was Audrey Beardsley. It's also Aubrey. Maybe it was Aubrey.
Yeah,
Aubrey Beardsley is amazing. Aubrey Beardsley is an amazing artist who, do you know, on his deathbed, he realised his wicked ways and he begged the person there to destroy all of his art. And his agent said no. Because it was so good.
He's got a big nose like me.
I know, but it's funny, isn't it, that I watched Velvet Buzzsaw recently for the first time. It was a Netflix movie about like an artist who's trying to sell this work of a dead artist, and it's like basically like possessed art, and everyone who watches it who's like not an artist gets fucked over, but the artists are all okay, but all the gallerists
Velvet Buzzsaw?
Velvet Buzzsaw? Buzz Lightsaw. But anyway, the point is there's a similar thing in that the artist who dies is like, you must destroy all my work, and he's trying to destroy his work. And I like the fact that Audrey Beardsley was like...
Same thing.
Wow, man, more boring photos. Oh, wow. Oh, sorry, Faye. I do like a lot of Faye Godwin stuff, but that, for me, ain't doing nothing. Ain't doing nothing, Faye. That's okay. Neither of these are... Oh, it's a shame, isn't it?
Duran.
John Davies again, bit of Duran Duran, but it's not the same as that The Shot that we all know by John Davies we saw in a previous issue.
That's rather interesting, though.
That's okay, and I like the optics of it. It's to do with the focal length was made that kind of work, because obviously he's
like an isolated.
Like he was large format, but maybe not. I don't know. It's a weird. Maybe they. It's almost not quite. 5'4". I don't know. It's not 5'4". 5'4" would be like.
Is it 4'3"?
Or something. Not. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
Keith Arnott, everyone's favourite Trust Me Memorial photographer dude, but I don't know, again, not really doing it for me.
Just so... The magazine is letting some of these photographs down by the print, I have to say, because it's printed in single colour.
I don't know, man. I've got to say, that's my least favourite issue.
But that is why they maybe can afford to print these and not have advertising, because they're printed in single colour.
Yeah.
Bar the cover.
But March 1985, you suck. You suck, March 1985. Oh, but wait for September 1985. Boom.
Move on.
Because it's punk. Oh.
Mod, mate.
No, mod or what's
Mod
it called? Skin. Yeah, that's it. The portraitive self in context. I kind of like it.
Skin girls.
Yeah, kind of okay. Right, so same kind of layout, page numbers, bam. Bit of Chris Killip. Who we got here? Not sure about that.
Is that Julian Jermaine? Don't know who Julian Jermaine is.
There's a shout out for Peter Kennard on that page. You
Whoa!
like writing? I'll give you writing.
Different typeface. This is more Helvetica.
You know what? Anyone... Oh, look, Simon Watney is a senior lecturer at the Communication School, Polytechnic in Central London.
And he's author of...
English Post-Impressionism.
Yeah.
So look, if any of you fancy being like writers on photography, you should look at these and really get to work. Because also, can I just point out, Jules, no reviews photo books anymore. I looked for it because I wanted someone to review my book. Like, it's like, it never freaking happened. So I even thought I should review photo books, like, because no one does.
Well, someone should.
I
think that's a good series.
Yeah.
That's a good series. With beer.
With beer.
Yeah, everything should be.
Photograph stories by children of the Appalachians.
Or hallucinogenics.
I mean, hallucinogenics would be good, but I would be gone. It would be this.
It'd be an interesting review.
And I'd be like, wow, that photo reminds me of, and I'm off, and it's it. Okay, dead bodies, someone's dead aunt. Who was the big Appalachian photographer, like the famous one? Was Shelby Lee Adams. Shelby Lee Adams was the big like Appalachian photographer. Everyone was like, oh, you're exploiting them, it's controversial, whatever. There's a pig's head.
Okay, dead pig, live pig. Measuring up the pig.
Yeah, to then for the big fat kill. But then the thing with these is that these looked more like...
a small horse.
Can I just point out...
Or a pig.
Did it say at the start? Photographs and stories by the children Appalachians. Now this is interesting, is that they do feel like the photographs, some of them, not all of them, but some of them that a kid would take. That feels like a kid snap. So does this, so does this.
That's fun.
They're a bit tight, you know, I can imagine, you know, which is kind of fun. There's this fun thing about giving kids...
it's almost like Polaroid, because they're square, aren't they?
There's a fun thing about giving kids cameras. Oh, hello, Visible Girls. Visible Girls is a photographic study of girls in subcultures. Okay.
Hey, we're into also a colour section.
They did it.
So they're now, what they're now doing is, their, I think it's a 4-page section, it's a 4-page pull-out, they're doing colour. Right,
wow.
Here we go. Because this was a colour
yeah, can I just say, nice belt.
Danger, 415 volts.
Because 250 will kill you.
And also pointing to...
her volts.
Yeah, her volts.
Now this is... Again, like I love photos of people looking awkward. Like most of my job I was paid as a photographer was portrait photography. So when I see people looking awkward, they look super awkward. This is like people at the gig. Like this is where you've photographed the band,
So
the mates in the band.
romantic.
You've taken a photograph of people at the band in the kind of one of the side bits, or whatever.
But this is wonderfully new romantic now.
It's dated well because of like what it represents, but photographically,
Yeah.
I'm not so fussed. This is nice. Good old bounce flash, baby. I'm telling you, nice bit of bounce flash. Look at that. Doesn't let you down.
Yeah,
the reason
nice.
you can tell it's bounce flash probably with a Mets is like lack of fill.
Yeah.
So you don't really get that forward fill, but it's definitely bouncing down. So you're getting nice hair light.
Well, you can also see the shadow under the nose
Shadows,
as well.
chin, but
Yep.
still, I'd prefer that over direct flash. I think that looks quite cool.
No, it's nice.
Oh, it's conceptual.
Wow. I did a series.
You see what they're doing is they're putting people
of
together.
these with friends where I moulded partners together in Photoshop.
Did you?
Yeah, but they were a little bit freaky actually. I thought it was a nice idea, but
Who was the band? Who was the band where it was the dude and then it was the woman? Was it the Human League?
The Human League.
This is like someone saw
Yeah.
the Human League and was like, you know what? That's a photography project.
Jan and Dad. Jan and Mum. So it's all Jan. Jan's in here a lot. This is all Jan.
Do you reckon Jan's a photographer?
Well, Jan is this.
Yeah.
Jan is multiply different.
Hold on. Family portrait, Christine. Okay, so it isn't. But wait, we're into that territory because there's Joe Spence. Here we go. So Joe's obviously a very famous kind of phototherapy photographer, like at the pinnacle. Very well loved, doing this kind of business. But also like did it, and that was her thing. Obviously lots of people came since, but like that was what she did.
That was aging porn.
And speaking of which, there's more.
I like self-portrait with Pepe Le Pew.
So yeah, this is an interesting angle.
Yeah, it is.
Because
This is down.
I'm not quite. Yeah, is it upside down?
down.
Is she doing a flip?
No, I think she's just
above.
She's just looking down.
Yeah. I mean,
Dallas Cowboys. That's quite actually. That's
this
quite an
is a
interesting-
banger, and you know
Yeah.
what? This is a banger too.
Yeah,
and this
that's
is
just-
kind of weird because it's so
Yeah,
weird.
no,
I
no.
like the fact there's a set of images. It's
Yeah,
very weird.
yeah.
Anne Noggle, if you're still
Good
alive,
page. Yeah.
I think this is really cool.
Yeah.
And I think it's
Well,
quite
that's Anne Noggle.
Because oh, is it?
self-portrait.
Is it Anne Noggle? Self-portrait. Well, Anne Noggle, who is no longer with us.
And with her noggles out.
And with her noggles, is that if you look at the difference between some of the works where they're like trying to be clever and trying to put a series together,
Yeah.
this is so much more interesting, and it still kind of works, you know. Anne Noggle. Well, I'm going to check out more of Anne
Yeah.
Noggle. God
Yep.
rest her soul. There we go.
Well, she might still just be hanging
Oh,
on.
I don't know, man. Come on now.
No,
It's
she was-
85.
yeah,
This
she
is
was- she was old.
76, 81, and
old then.
she's very old. So yeah.
Ooh, that's
Facelift.
interesting. Pulling the. We do this at our age.
Yeah, but someone who's had a facelift and photographing themselves. Again, we're into that. It seems quite
this is-
aspirational. That is a bit odd.
Portrait with my sister.
Yeah.
Oh, she's been. Is that
That's
battery or is
no,
that?
facelift. It's
Oh,
a facelift.
facelift.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Was that pre or before? Yeah,
I don't know. It's a certain class of
Must have
folk who
been post.
who's rocking their facelifts in the mid-80s. And that's it. In the American Rest by Richard Abden, 120 duotones, £41.75.
Money well spent. That's a lot of money there.
It's a freaking huge
That's
amount
a
of
lot
money.
of money there. I mean, even now, 40 quid for a photo.
Dude, I sold In the Garden of England for £35
Yeah.
a copy,
Yeah.
like 30 years later.
Yeah, exactly. So
More.
That's more like
Bargain.
400.
Oh, let's look at the back. Hey, kids with stockings on their heads.
Early bank robbers.
Early bank robbers.
Creatures from outer space in their spaceship. That's very sweet.
Yeah, but I think it speaks to me more about class. It's kind of nice. It's kind of cool. What's this one? Faye Godwin. Come on, Faye. Come on, Faye. I know you can do it. Here we go. Let's go. Christie, South Ken. You can acquire this image of Boulder. Who's this? Who's this Boulder? A rare 50-plate edition, United States exploration. I don't know. I think they had a spell over over British photography for quite a while. The Americans, obviously, they kind of inspired a lot of British photographers. But okay,
Look at that Norman Wisdom with Bulldog.
bum,
Bum.
a tree. Oh, it's Faye Godwin. Oh, sorry,
my friend.
Faye. Oh, my friend.
And then
Lots of
another essay
writing
about
to
Faye
justify
Godwin.
that, and then some photos which are average at best. This is okay. This one's okay. but-
Yeah, that was quite nice. That's quite an interesting angle.
On
of
the
of
horse,
the white
yeah,
horse.
because it's not the usual one.
Yep.
Give her that, but then... Oh. This one's still here, Agfa.
Yeah,
Nobody
Agfa.
has a better or wider range of top quality black and white fresh papers than Agfa, and I can't read the name. Donovan, the singer.
I think someone's
Donovan.
saying that.
Terence Donovan, of course,
Terence
Terence
Donovan.
Donovan. Sorry, Terence. Oh, oi, gatefold.
Same girl.
It's a bit...
Same girl as a nun.
Yeah,
as
it's a little bit...
as a judge and as a Lady of the Law.
As a fascist.
Lady of the Law.
So it's funny, she's dressed as a fascist, and as a fascist. It's funny that they did that. And there she is, looking
80s,
much better. Go for
young
it.
and
You
modern.
be yourself.
And on the back, there must be another one. Or is that going to just
Nah, that's your colour. Because you
where
can't
you go.
see the paper unless it's
Okay,
in
so
colour.
is Kent, they still got...
They're still going. Kent, 1.
Jersey, 1. Guildford, Boyle, Maidstone.
That's it. I'm not feeling it. Holger, Trulish. Okay, yeah, we all did a bit of this, right?
Yeah.
Didn't we? We all went to a wood and pointed the camera up. We all did that. He did it.
I mean, they're nice.
But they're
It's
nice.
a nice
but
selection.
come on.
Nice
I mean,
selection,
that's
but-
nice in the negative space and
Yeah.
3 in it. I
Yeah.
get it, but yeah, okay. Werner. It's funny how many photographers have sounding very international, and are rocking the magazine that I've never heard of. Werner Hannapel again. But I think what was interesting was that someone said that this was a magazine that was almost a gateway to America from lots of European photography.
Okay,
So it could have been the fact that there were some European photographers being like, well, if I need to get known in America, then my
Get in
best
here.
shot is to get in here and then try and
Within
get
their
known
40
that way.
pages. Is it only
Yeah,
40 pages?
but
Look,
it
it's
was a
36.
weekly.
Look at
No,
this.
it was a monthly. It's a
40
monthly.
pages with a DPS cover. So
Yeah,
it's
it's not very big. Explains why they had to put 1 million words on a page.
Well, also, and the fact and the lack of ads.
Yeah.
Because it's actually...
But you know what? I would say creatively, no pun intended, isn't that kind of cool to not have adverts?
Oh, it's great.
And just to be like, you know what,
But
we'll just
obviously
make
their production costs were lower because it was black and white and it's only 40 pages.
Yeah.
So...
Right, who have we got here?
Whoa.
Anne Williams.
Well, it's
No
Michael
way.
Caine.
So Anne Williams taught at LCC when I was a student 20 years ago.
Wow.
And here she is, if it's the same Anne Williams, reviewing a book in 1985. That's pretty cool. More Barbara Kruger again, rocking around the clock. Hey, they love that one. Danny Lyon back again. Danny Lyon rides again. Danny Lyon.
And David Mellor.
David Mellor?
Conservative.
I know.
Chelsea fan.
What's he doing?
Well-
What's he doing in Creative Camera? David, why are you in Creative Camera?
It might be a different David Mellor.
Let's hope so. John Thompson, not my dad. Yeah, that's all right. I kind of like the blur, but the rest of it's also a bit like we're into this whole, yeah.
I mean, look at the size of that stone camel. I presume it's
Yeah,
stone
it's a
camel.
stone
Yeah.
camel. Stone camels. Thompson Street.
This
Yeah,
is
it's just- it's super
1887.
dry. Imagine it's what year are we in? It's 1985. You're going to give like 6 pages over
40.
to 40
40
more,
pages.
8 pages
Yeah.
of 40 over to really dry, like semi sort of
But it does-
colonial archive
But it
photos.
does depend on the story, so...
I know we're not giving it its
clearly
due,
not.
but like
Yeah.
you know,
The
come
beer
on,
doesn't
man.
allow us to read.
I know there's no reading with Beer Club.
Yeah.
Look, beer and look and drink. But I
So
just
Australia?
like
No.
to, yeah, maybe.
County Silgo.
But I just like to think, like, you know, imagine what was going on then. There's some probably great. I mean, this is one thing I did think. It was like how many brilliant photographers are.
I mean,
rocking
these
it
are
now.
beautiful, to be fair, I have to
They're
say,
quite good.
actually. And from the start. So this is Buxton. But are these all? This is actually rather beautiful with the highlights of those. And this building here with the cloud cover.
The one thing as well is it was about scale. Like if this was printed freaking huge,
But
then yeah,
also,
sure.
it's the single colour black print with these magazines. It really doesn't help. And they make them really flat.
Yeah, but
Because this I
don't know.
like. See, I could look in this. I could look at that. Just all the trains and the burrowing through and...
Oh, we got DPS. Here we go.
Wow.
First one.
Wow.
We haven't seen one of those in a while.
Okay.
It's John Davies again with some
We
of
know
these, but
Kingdom.
not quite. So it's like shot of smokestacks, not as good as the other one.
So
but
this
they're
is not
there.
35mm. This is medium format at least, but it's like a crop neck or
Yeah,
it's,
they might have done that.
But
They
this-
might have done that.
if anything, it's the least interesting. No, it's interesting shot.
More John Davies. They're funny enough. They're giving up so many pages.
To this dude.
Like to two. Well, so far
That's-
two photographers
that's
had
not
like like
Tank
8.
traps left
Yeah.
over from World War II. Mad.
Yeah, one for Mark Wilson there. Another country at the Serpentines are doing reviews. Again, photographer I'm not so aware of, Graham Smith, who seems to be shooting around the same era, 83, 85. It says Smith and Killip are unlikely to encourage free spending tourism and Tyne and Weir.
South Bank.
And there's some Chris Killip, we know that one well, more Chris Killip.
Yeah, he was great. Wonderful.
And again, funny photos.
He's been my
we've already seen.
favourite photographer so far, actually, of all the magazines we've looked
Yeah,
through.
I mean, this is a banger though. And you know what? I don't know. I've not heard of Ian
Wow.
McDonald. That again is one of those
That's
lovely,
beautiful.
lovely shots, and it's this weird composition where there's sort of lots going on, but it's just
But it's the degradation of the background. It's the mining or whatever that's going on in the background, the heavy industry. That makes that really interesting. Where is that?
Teesmouth.
Yeah. Family down for a Sunday
afternoon. Well, this is funny. Ian McDonald trained as a painter and photographer working in heavy industry for 5 years, recent include blah, blah, blah.
That's a stunning photograph.
But yeah, that's a banger. And you can kind of tell he's a painter by the way he put that composition together.
Have you seen the little kid as well?
Yeah.
Catching,
yeah.
going for shrimping.
But then, this is the same guy, Ian McDonald? Yeah. So this is kind of nice, but I always have trouble when you're trying to make photos of nothing, and I see what he did, but this is amazing. This has worked really well, because like outside the window is almost like the void.
Canteen.
It's like the restaurant at the edge of the universe, isn't it? Like what's out there? Like the edge of existence. Like they're sat there, maybe they're dead, maybe they've died and now they're in the waiting room. Who knows? I don't know. Love it. And then we fall flat again because I'm not really fussed by these ones. Like, I know if you worked in like a smelting plant, you might be like, well, look at that smell, but I'm not so fussed, and like other photographers kind of did it better. Who was Nick Broomfield's dad? I've forgotten his name. I own a print by him. Mr. Broomfield. Senior, the third. Well, anyway, I've got a photo in my office that I should remember.
Right, wow.
Maurice Broomfield.
Not in the basement.
Not in the basement. Maurice Broomfield had photos of this kind of stuff way better, so it's okay. And book reviews.
Now can
I just say, don't like that, not liking any of this anywhere, shape or form. Some of it's kind of...
it's getting quite artistic, isn't it?
But like, you know, hey, I'm going to photograph a boiled egg. Oh, Lovers, 10 years on portraits of gay men. Well, you know what? That's Sunil Gupta, and he's like back in the scene now.
So that's pretty,
January 1986, and can I just say...
That's pretty brave.
Pretty freaking cool they're rocking that at that point.
Yep. That's pretty brave.
Fair dues creative camera, that is pretty amazing.
Moustaches in full effect.
Yeah, rock and roll. Looks a bit like, what is it, googly hall.
Brian and Guy.
Can you just say, if you're going thin on top, it's okay. If you're going thin on top, that's the way to look after it. You know?
Yeah.
Just keep that little front piece, like that.
Carry on talking. Might be a good edit. Hello. Cheers.
Yeah,
lovely.
This.
All good.
Oh no. Rebecca Haynes is drawing on photos, and I'm getting like Dwayne Michaels flashbacks. Or maybe I'm being too cruel. Jules, you're not here to offset my cruelness, but yeah,
sorry,
I said I'm just getting Dwayne Michaels flashbacks on this one. Yeah, not so fussed. Oh my God!
Whoa.
You know what this reminds you of? You know, there was that picture of Christ.
That was exposure.
Yeah, but you know, I was looking at this earlier. That picture of Christ where someone they accidentally rubbed the paint and tried to repaint it. That looks like that.
It's like a really, really grimy sweatshirt.
It's messed up. It says, to be silent is the most painful part. 3 women working. Oh, this is cool. So check it out. This is pretty damn sweet. This is 1985.
Rebecca Haynes.
They're doing
Cheryl
a shout out for
Edwards,
3 like female photographers.
and Hermione Wiltshire.
That's pretty cool. It's...
and they're dropping in two-tone. They're dropping in
just
duotone.
for that.
Duotone.
But I'm sorry, Hermione. Really not liking that. But... David, what? I'm really confused, man. I thought it just said, what? 3 women working. Rebecca Haynes, Cheryl Edwards, and Hermione Wiltshire. And I was gearing up to be all like singing the praise of the... But this is David Townend.
Oh, I see.
So that's why I was upset, because I was about to be like, look at how good this is. Yes, women photographers in 1985, and it's David.
I'm going 4.5 IPA.
Hey, this looks... Oh, it's David Townend again. Now I'm really confused.
David Essex? No,
Mandy
sorry,
Harmon
not
and David Townend. It's Cliff Richard.
Cliff Richard.
Who is not going to jail soon.
I saw David Essex do Jesus Christ Superstar.
Did you now? Hey, look. You can tell it was 1985. There's Michael Jackson.
It's bad.
It is... No, 86. It's bad. And she is a massive Michael Jackson fan.
It was bad in 86. Wow,
the making of a monster hit. No, it's a Thriller jacket. So we're into Thriller.
Sorry,
we're into Thriller. We're into Thriller.
Yeah, sorry, I meant Thriller. But
don't like this, love this. That's funny, isn't it?
Oh, it's quite... Yeah,
I can see what they're doing,
like
but
that's
look at that silhouette. That is, and that's graffiti, right?
That's a much better photograph.
But it's blurred. It almost looks a motion blur. It's great.
There was a real time, because there's a train rushing through the image as well.
Yeah, lovely. Or maybe...
That's a stunning...
Yeah, banger.
She was posed.
Yeah,
think,
maybe.
and
just
then
for the
waited
step.
for the train. Yeah.
Beres. Oh, I don't know Beres. I want to like you. I kind of like the curve and I like the lines. I see what you're doing here, but it's just dry. It's a bit dry.
It's almost like a Constable painting.
Yeah,
isn't it?
but not as interesting. Like this is fun because it's like a big giant boulder over his head. But again, not so Good. Was this Walker Evans? Is that who it was? Deja Vu? Oh, Ian Walker. No, so who are these photos? They
So
crediting?
is that from the same angle? Oh, sorry, different angle for the same rock.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. They like a bit of this, don't they? They like a bit of history essays or historical.
It feels like gold mining in the States.
Yeah.
Oh,
Martin Parr.
You are
Paul
lagging
Graham.
behind on the beer.
Yeah, don't worry.
I'm getting smashed and you're...
I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Creative Camera, colour, withdrawn from the University Library, damn straight. 10th of Feb, 1986, Canterbury College of Art. That's right, here we go.
Martin Parr.
Paul Graham, X, Martin Parr. Now I know this for a fact. This is Paul Graham on the cover, right there.
That's a great shot.
It is a great shot.
Quick save.
He's freaking rocking it. So here we go. No, it's not Danny Lyons. Someone else.
That looks interesting.
Yeah, Burke Ouzel. Yeah.
New in the book room. So they got the book rooms. Obviously, maybe this is part of... Do you think there's a membership with Creative Camera?
Maybe.
Or is that just part of maybe if you became a subscriber?
Maybe, because it's the same address. There you go, 19 Doherty.
Access,
Doherty,
visa.
Doherty.
And an early...
to send them
early
the money.
London number, 01 for London.
Oh, wow. Derbyshire College, BA Honours in Photographic Studies. Applications invited, starting September 1986. There you go, get in your time machine.
And Giselle Freund, is she someone of...
I've never heard of them. No, it's funny, isn't it? I had a feeling there'd be lots of names that I wouldn't know, and there are.
Well, it is of a time you were young.
But then it's also like, you know, who... well, Stezica's still around. They love wheeling Stezica out.
Yeah. So what era was Stezica?
Well, I'm not sure, but they were like montage kind of art photographer dude. It's a test.
Testing questions, yeah.
He was from 1944. And he was born in, but he was born in 1978.
Right.
And yeah, lots of his photographs were taken last week. But yeah, no, Stezica. So yeah, big fan. Anyone who's in montage photography, always Stezica. But it's a kind of thing where I'd see obviously students going about Stezica, and I'd be like, yes, I know Stezica, but I'm not really. I'm just not.
You don't really know.
Because I'm not. To be honest, I'm not really interested.
It's a name you know.
Just not.
Well, exactly. No, I'm down with that.
I'm a photographer, damn it. So we've got Joe Spence, photographer, and you know what? Joe Spence, photographer, bam. And she's being asked documentary, what does it mean? And I'm sure that's fascinating, but we ain't got time for that. Penis.
Fascinating for three solid pages of text.
Photographed by Joe Spence, original in colour. That's an original colour penis.
Is that a self?
And it says Daddy.
Okay.
So
Saturday morning.
there you go.
Dad having a wash.
And the weird thing is that it's obviously not her dad. So that's also intriguing.
How do you know that?
Because she's very old at this point.
Okay, the original in colour.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's an old photo. It's she's clipped the corners.
Very old photo.
But I just feel like visually that...
So they clipped the corners. It feels like, was that shot out of a someone's
an album, maybe. But then the plastic... I don't buy it, Joe, even though you're not with us. This is lovely. That is a great shot.
Sparklers.
That is a great shot. Francesca Odell. I'm digging that. Merthyr Tydfil, check you out. That is a lovely little moment. Really genuine, lovely moment. I like how wide the angle is, how near it feels like you're there. That's wonderful.
The joy
wonderful.
of the kids. Oh. That's pretty sad.
Yeah, London Docklands on the make. That, not sure, but then they look quite...
Growing the city.
Yeah. Oh.
Whoa.
Hello. Francesca Odell again. So that's interesting. What? So hold on a minute. So that photographer is that photographer?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weights,
I mean, we're well into like 80s Schwarzenegger.
I mean, she's a tough girl. This
one thing that's interesting is any time where there are like very fascist sensibilities, like the physical self gets very important, strength gets very important. That's where fascism's like they have always fantasies of the strongman syndrome. So.
Preparing to go on stage for the Gwent bodybuilding championships. Fantastic.
Gwent.
Oiling up.
There's some Shirley Baker from the 60s. Yeah. And a bit direct flash, we love it. Parr, here we go. So ready. Parr.
Iceland Freezer Centre. That's a good shot.
But this is what I thought. Parr, Graham. Yeah. And the weird thing is that you look at the focal lengths.
Well, they're very much contemporaries.
Yeah. But you look at the focal lengths and look at the lighting. And look at everything about these shots.
There was a real similarity.
And the backstory to this is... Oh, no, this is emergency... Yeah. Graham was unemployed and he was going to the job centre and it was bleak as hell and he was taking photos in the job centre.
Yeah.
And his photographs of like UK job centres or like London job centres are so brutal.
Yeah.
And they're not like job centres now, man. They look really
yeah,
brutal and dark.
yeah,
Meanwhile, Pa is hanging out with the ladies who lunch doing Tupperware parties. And I thought, you know, you can be similarly skilled, using similar kit, using similar sort of stuff going on, and just your sheer choice of where you choose to point your camera can be so overtly political. And of course, like, you know, people love Pa because of the naffness, whatever, but what Graham was doing, it was so important. Unemployment in the 80s at that point was freaking huge. It was backbreaking. They'd wrecked the hell out of the industry in the UK. There's so many people who've been, you know, for a long time supporting families in industrial like jobs who are all unemployed. It was crazy. So again, around the same time, Pa hanging out with the women doing Tupperware parties.
London,
Graham,
Manchester. Yeah. But the difference between people struggling for work and trying to keep your food, you know, slightly longer in your fridge, in your Tupperware. That's mad to have Tupperware parties.
Yeah.
I mean, Tupperware's good, but not that good.
Yeah. What's it? Paul Graham, past caring.
Yeah, they're very engaging, aren't they? Paul's work.
Yeah, the first job centre I remember going to was
quite harrowing.
Yeah, the first job centre I was going to Folkestone, it was 90. I think it was 99. It was after my A levels, and I just remember even how space age it was then. I remember it feeling quite futuristic. Oh, here's a good name. Chris Steele Perkins, absolute legend. And the thing is that you'll see lots of photographers in these magazines who are like at the top of their game.
Yeah.
Chris Steele Perkins, who's a magazine photographer, has just been consistently amazing. Whether it was covering like the TEDs, the Troubles on Ireland, any of his projects he's done, his stuff in like Japan, like he's just a brilliant photographer who also his style seemed to evolve. So he shoots like sort of straight documentary and straight kind of photojournalism.
It's beautiful. Look at that shot. It's stunning, isn't it? Looking for rain coming down, any form of water. The age.
Yeah, but like, you know, a lot of these you might look at them and think of them as cliches now. But yeah, look at the use of direct flash to make whatever, the bread being thrown in the air here.
What is going on here? Hold on. This chap got a whip. Young lady lying down. Soweto. The tribal courts set up locally to administer tribal as opposed to white justice, as known as the Makotla. Here a girl is punished with 4 strokes of a shambok for swearing at her parents. Jeepers. Wow.
And this guy seems to be really enjoying it, which is pretty wild.
Oh, madness.
But it's weird that
parents. I mean, that's fair enough.
It's weird. It's like you're watching basically someone being tortured, and that's a photo in a magazine.
How much of a C-bomb were your parents? You know, I mean, they may have
and
deserved
the worst part,
it.
she probably didn't say C. She probably just said like something like bugger.
No,
you know,
exactly.
Like, you're going to get beaten now. 4 of the whip. But anyway, being on the positive side of the street, the bread being thrown in the air. It says Ghanaians when the economy took a dive. It's just French sticks, but he's used flash.
Yeah,
and the
beautiful.
bread's light, and
really
it's just really trippy.
Beautiful.
It looks really trippy. He's done this a lot. There's photos in...
what, chucking baguettes?
He's done a lot. He chucked a lot of baguettes. Not tossing cats. Hey, man, check it out. London's lesbian and gay support the miners' group, 1985. They made a whole movie about this. Did they? They did.
I bet that's a good movie.
They did. So again,
How fabulous.
I think I've got to say, out of all my gripes about some of the photographers they picked or some of the layout, Creative Camera for the mid-80s, super progressive, really cool, really cool, really cool.
At least acknowledging it.
Mike Goldwater is a local.
Is he?
He's got a place in Thanet, yeah. Oh, Mike.
Kent.
I know, check him out. And he's still going. I've been on an assignment recently, the last few years, and I look over and there's Mike. We've been hired by the same client. We're hanging out.
Wow, how old's Mike? Is he still shooting?
He looks younger than he is. I don't want to guess his age.
Shooting K1000.
He's still shooting. And he's good. He's really good. I should flash up some of Mike's work at this point.
Fighting the famine.
Yeah. Well, I was pleased to see Mike there. Oh, a bit more Paul Graham at the
Paul
back.
Graham. That's a beautiful show, isn't it?
Where are we at now? What month's
There's
this
something
guy?
very... Because Pa has humour, and they're stunning, but Paul Graham is depicting dark life, isn't he?
He's signed on.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah. No, I totally get
Paul.
it.
Paul he's not a tourist.
Yeah.
He's legit. Like, that's what he's going
Do you
through in his
think
life.
these shots are taken with with the art. Do you think he sat there going, "Do you mind if I take a photograph?"
No way.
Or
That's from the hip, baby.
No.
That's it. Look at the angle.
It
That's
does
from the
look
hip.
like it.
Yeah.
But so do you think he just sneakily went?
I think he took a photo like that, and then he moonwalked and screamed "hee hee" really loudly
With
in
Thriller.
the Thriller music video,
on his Sony Walkman.
Or he was listening to Bon Jovi, and he was like,
that's a great
prayer.
image. That cover image as well.
Yeah. Right. Boom. Not liking the photo on the cover. Is it John Gatto again?
We're almost going backwards, aren't we? We're going back.
It's funny, isn't it?
This felt really
weird.
This felt like there was.
I mean, this is 1 month later. What's going on?
It felt like it was stepping into the future, but
they're not. They're back.
Anyway,
back. I'll let you flip this one. Here we go.
Back into the old school. Wow, look, there's a bomber going through the sky there. Exhibition of
John
work.
Davies again. Oh, they love John Davies, don't they? Love a bit of John Davies. He's in every issue.
Frank Bauer. Yeah.
So many names I don't know.
That's quite an interesting portrait. I like that.
I never, yeah.
Curacao. So
there's not a single photographer on this page I've ever heard of. That's really funny.
Despina Curacao, the sea and the skyline. I wonder where, because she's a Greek photographer, but I wonder where. That's a really lovely shot. That's interesting as well. Is that dead horse? Fucking dead horses.
Yeah, it's the Troubles again, right? Oh no, it's Barcelona. Oh, that's 1936. What are they doing? They're bringing it out.
They're hiding behind dead horses.
What else would you do? What else would you do with a dead horse?
I mean, a bullet's not going to go through a full dead horse, is it?
No. I mean, just as well they weren't on Hoth.
Not in that day. And more Porsche 924s.
Yeah, for a photo.
Ooh,
Tom Wood.
So this is nice.
David Hearn, obviously, amazing.
Well, look.
Hearn, Parr, Wood.
Okay, yeah.
Classics. And they're all in a similar vein, but look how different they are.
Yeah.
Tom Wood, again, incredible.
So
good.
So tell me about Tom Hearn.
Tom Hearn was a love child of David Hearn and Tom Wood. He existed for the amount of time it took you to realise they weren't the same people.
Yeah, so tell me about Tom Wood, and then tell me about David Hearn.
Okay, obviously David Hearn's still going, and he's like, magnum photographer, lots of stuff. Everyone knows kind of David Hearn, and he's very influential in the Newport School of Photography and blah, blah, blah. But like Tom, I was not aware of Tom Wood's photography as a student, for whatever reason.
And
in the past,
is he English?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the past 4 years, I've said that, he's probably Irish or something. And
okay, fine. Okay, but potentially British.
Yeah. But yeah, just an amazingly prolific and wonderful photographer, covering almost the same ground as Parr, but just with a little bit more sensibility. Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit more delicate, a little bit more humanity. So yeah, it's a banger, and there's literally every Tom Wood photo you'll see, man. There's amazing shots he's done on buses around London and just everything. It's all gold.
So in my drunken haze, I didn't start the 20-minute timer on that one. But,
okay, don't worry.
Nuts.
But yeah, just the Parr, the screaming kid, the woman looking upset, and it's just whatever, and it's just Cartier-Bresson tried to block Martin Parr from joining Magnum, and his reason was he said you live on a different world to me.
Okay.
And that's the reason why it was it was a harder take on life that Bresson couldn't get behind.
Okay.
And I think in a weird way, that's where Tom Wood shines. It's like yeah, man, you can see some of the same timeline just in a flipped perspective. It's quite a cool thing to look at their work side by side.
Same era, but different lens.
Yeah. Yes, Jules. Yes. Not liking this. Unless you're really into sycamore sticks. Huge.
Go.
Also not so interested. Again, a photo you might take on holiday and be like, there's a rooty thing.
Wow.
We got some heavy hitters here, but again, it's just,
Bill Brandt, but
it kind of sucks, because
it's like good sheep, bad sheep.
But there's a better photo that day. There is a better photo there. Yeah. Faye Godwin again, even this Eugene Smith shot, but you look at the difference between look at how that shot's composed compared to these guys. This is gold.
Beautiful wide angle. Yeah.
The lines here, it's it's one of those photos where you look and it's many photos in one shot.
Yep.
Whereas this is a bit of a mess, and this is just this might well be a candid snapshot, and yet we've got 3 of the really heavy-hitting photographers: Brandt, Goodwin, and Eugene Smith.
Cool.
So it's weird that they made the cut. Don't know this guy, and I kind of can tell why.
Oded.
Because again,
Shimshon. That's
what they're trying to do is that we're almost into the kind of the Becker territory, where it's this is this for you, and now I'm nearer, and now I'm nearer. I get it, but it's just, it's really boring. And they've given him like
quite a few pages.
Loads of pages. Paul Hill. I mean, Paul Hill's, I know of Paul Hill, and I know he's done some good work, but I'm sorry. I just don't, you know, I don't.
iPhone
I know, right?
I mean, that's really unfair, because they could be in colour.
They could be in colour, but they're not in colour, and they're just, you know, I don't know, man. That's good. That's like the best shot.
That's like a fallen dead tree.
That's been chopped up and stuff. I get it.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Boom, creative camera. What year? 86. Cheers, Jules. Drink and look.
I'm going to mix. I'm now mixing brews, so I'm going crisp and refreshing along with Co-op brewed in Stockport ale, but by now I'm really careful. It doesn't really matter.
Do you know what, right? I got to say, as a dad, I don't get to do much day drinking anymore. Like, I've got to say day drinking.
Yeah, I'm slightly out the other side, so my youngest is 18, so I can do this.
Okay, cool.
But not really, because I've got to work, but it's fine.
Champion. Right, here we go. Creative camera, again, feels like a step back.
Yep.
It's really bizarre. I can't quite... And the next copy looks like from a different world. So here we go, April 1986. We're going in, bang. News, look at this, sexiness and pictures in news.
We had this style actually a couple before, but
But again...
we're using a
revolutionaries from on the cutting edge, 1911, 1912. We're not quite sure what's going on. Spanish Civil War. What's hot about the Spanish Civil War now? Why are they doing this in 86?
Well,
I do not know.
Of death, so
Writing.
Bombing.
Whoa! Karen Knorr is still going and doing stuff.
And lots of words.
But, wow, is that the same photo? Oh, she's open. Oh, that's kind of cool that she opens her eyes when you do that. That's kind of cool. If I do it fast enough, maybe for people at home.
Yeah, but it's this one, so what's the one in that one?
Yeah, a little movement. I can see what, that's not happening. Oh, wait, and they're closed again. Okay.
So how different is that one to that one?
Slightly different.
The hands.
Slightly different.
Wow, it's a lot of pages.
So, you know, they're doing that.
A lot of pages for a gag.
It is a gag, but it's a gag no one's done yet, and people like gags. So this lighting's better. I feel like it could be that, was it Peter Greenway film kind of thing going on, but there's not really, they're not very good, and I don't like that either. But I see what they're trying to do.
Very hard.
Well, I know, man, but come on.
Like, I mean, she is angry.
Just imagine, I know, oh no, I'm in the photo magazine that everyone wants to be in, and that's the hard thing to really close here, is how many brilliant photographers are there in Britain at this point?
I mean, this is very, very...
Bad.
Well, no, but it's
Gillian Wearing.
No, but it's modern design. But the fact that you are using the gutter and actually using essentially a very small image within a DPS.
That is cool.
Actually,
that is cool.
That's sort of cool. So this is making an art. This is making an art statement, not a statement about photography.
Yeah.
Interestingly.
But the weird thing is that that's why their text is so dense, because they're giving up whatever. Anyway, there we go. I just feel it's a bit like bad Cindy Sherman, bad Gillian Wearing, and I'm not so fussed. Ooh, see, this is weird. So for me, we're in like montage land, okay? So we're in montage land, whatever, and it's like wacky and wonderful. Jim Goldberg, wow. Obviously, Jim Goldberg's huge, renowned for like writing on photos or having the people who are in the photos write in the photos. So that's something really relevant, and it's very popular, and also American. So again, interesting to see that push, and obviously it's promoting a book, a softback book at that. It's an American writer and critic who teaches, oh no, just a writer at Columbia College, Chicago. And there we go, and we're done again. So again, not that great an issue, but wait for it, baby. Woof!
Whoa, we have gone.
Colour!
See, look.
And that's 1 month. And,
redesign.
Oh no, wait, I've messed up. Have we?
Yeah, no, 5. No, April, May.
Then 5. Oh, 5th for the month.
They've all gone like, look at us.
I've got it. So it's not issue 1 now.
And they're not saying it's UK
it's 5
anymore.
For May.
5th,
and they put it up 25p. But wait, is there a reason they put it up 25p?
Full colour. How much colour?
It's still 40 pages. They put it up 25p for the colour.
There is colour inserts. 1 colour insert. Yeah.
So they put the price up.
So you got a full colour cover.
But
and a slightly more modern design.
I like it. Who's that? Is that Peter Fraser?
Mad how
Peter Fraser.
Don't do full...
This might be a Peter Fraser shot.
It's interesting how they wouldn't do full bleed images, but maybe it was harder at that time to typographically put type over images.
Maybe, yeah. Anyway, so have a complete rehaul. So we've got a weird rehaul. So we've got adverts. So it's the start of the advert. Wait, what are you just? I mean, what was happening in 1986 in the drug scene. It wasn't quite, we weren't in ecstasy yet, were we? But something's going on.
Because that for a photographic magazine is mad, because they changed the emphasis of the imagery
completely
by printing.
It's a duotone. They've
no, it's not a duotone. It's single colour on a green stock.
But
that gives it
what's
a
the word?
but
it's like tritone. That's it. So they've instantly
well,
made
duotone is correct, but all they've done is printed black on a coloured stock.
Yeah, but then
so it's actually one colour. But
crazy.
Yeah. But it totally changes the emphasis of all these people's photographs who are going,
what?
I didn't want to.
I like it. I'm getting a whole, like, I feel like news twice, news. Yeah, you know, it's fun. Oh my God, this is the kind of sassy shit that Charlie Brooker would come out with years later. Ready? I am sitting at my desk with a copy of Snowden's new book, Israel, A First View, and wondering whom to blame. You edgy edgelord, you.
Talk back.
They're getting edgy. Oh, talk back. Maybe I need to review photo books and say weird shit like, I'm sitting with a copy of Chris Killip's In Flagranti and wondering who to blame. Oh my God. Okay. Now this is happening a lot now, right? So that's a negative, yeah?
Yep.
Do you know what's really funny? Loads of people have started doing negative shit. Like some fine art photographers, they're making their images in negative, and everyone's going like, "Oh wow!" And it's like, dude, like anyone who's done photography like from neg would be like, "Yeah, it's a negative."
Yeah.
Like it's not weird, but to someone who's never held a negative in their hand, who suddenly found a button that goes invert, they're all like.
But also, so anyone of a certain age who was born maybe after, let's say 1995, would never have seen film. So they've only seen digital images, so they get the image. They've never been through the process of seeing a negative and printing from a negative.
Yeah.
Because even if you had an early camera, you would go to Boots to get your images processed, but you would have all your negs in there.
Yeah.
Which are always mad. So the coloured ones with all that sort of brown sort of tone.
I mean, the biggest revelation for me was having the 35mm and looking at the photos thinking, oh, it's not very good. And then going to develop them years later and being like, when I had a darkroom at uni, and being like, oh man, there's more. They cropped in. Whenever you printed at Boots or Snappy Snaps, they cropped in. Yeah, man.
Was that just not to get the edge?
Yeah, that was just a standard thing, like a machine going donk, 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 donk. But when you printed it, you were like, oh man, there was like a bit more around each edge. And we've segued perfectly into a double-page spread that's contact sheets of 35mm.
Oh, there you go.
Isn't that cool? Yeah. With a photographer I've never heard of.
These are all like mob shots.
That looks like bloody the craze, doesn't it? And the worst part is like, this isn't even very well printed. This is all blurry as hell. Like, this is really a contact sheet.
This is like a contact. It's a printed contact sheet.
It should look better than that.
Yeah. Unless they were all out of focus.
Maybe he was drunk. He was at a pub.
Tell you what, are the actual... Yeah, no, everything. No, Ilford's quite sharp on that. Look, those are actually... I think they're actually just quite soft.
No, he's pissed. He's in a pub. He's got no hope. Look at her blurry in that. Too slow a shutter speed, that does it for you.
But the rest behind all sharp.
He back focused. That's forgivable. Nice. That is classic. That is a good shot. That's better than the
Sheffield.
What was it? Oh my God, too much
Sheffield
booze. It's hard. You know what's hard? You know what? Drinking and looking is fun, but I keep forgetting the photographers' names. Yeah. And the worst part is their photographers' names
already,
we've looked at just now.
With the names in the caption.
I know, and I've forgotten now. So that's okay. Oh, Peter Fraser. Now, Peter Fraser is a bit of an institution. And he's got this weird thing about, like, you know, you'd look around a room where your focus is like that goes where your photo, but like, I don't know, Peter, it's a tough sell for me, Peter.
Fat pumpkin eater.
Yeah, it's a tough sell for me, Peter.
I like that shot.
Yeah, the vignette is nice, but it's just a bag, you know, like.
It is. Yeah.
You figure the magic we've seen in some of the shots.
See, this is really hard to tell. Is this was shot in colour image?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just no.
Perspective.
Oh God! Okay. Oh God! Cecil Beaton.
At the bar.
God, Beaton.
So this is reviews now in the back section. So
charmingly idiosyncratic or simply perverse. Puts photography back into the wider culture where it belongs. I like the sassiness. Yeah. When did Creative Camera get sassy? I'll tell you when Creative Camera got sassy. In 1986. May 1986.
I was 9.
It got sassy. I was 4. Charmingly idiosyncratic. Oh.
Well, this now reminds me of when my dad was buying amateur photographer, along with his lights.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
Lights monthlies.
A whimsical collection of misapplied arcana. Oof. I don't even know what that means, but I like it.
Books in brief. Look at the typography as well. Look. We're getting a little bit sassy.
Yeah. Marilyn Mark. I think, you know what's really tragic? That's the first photo of Marilyn Mark I've actually seen in the issues that I've got, which is pretty crap. Yeah. She's amazing. Now, Krista Stromholm.
Stromholm?
Oh, wait. Oh, something's changed. Look at that.
Oh, we're gone.
International, baby.
Going,
and that's 2 issues later.
They're really revving up, aren't they? They're going,
as the parlance of recent years, ramping it up. Photo Gallery, Cardiff. You know what? I think they might still be going as well. I think they're still going.
Really?
Yeah.
Photo.
Oh, hey! Yellow.
Green was pretty hard to read.
Green was hard to read. Maybe they got a memo.
Well, it's easy to read, but it wasn't good for the imagery.
You know what? I like that. And what tragedy, it says photographer unknown, the 2 patriots. There's a bloody horse with its head in the sand. That's really subversive, and that's amazing. That's such a shame.
And that's a still life as well. Look at the backdrop.
That's a still life.
So
that's large format.
They've got the horse. No, can you hold it? We've got another.
Yeah, face plant that horse, kid with a flag.
Unless it's...
And it says the 2 patriots, and it's a horse with its head in the sand.
Could it be a taxidermied horse?
For the era? No, I don't think so. But for 1909, that's pretty cool, man. That's really amazing. Subversive. Yeah. Oh, you know what? This seems really relevant to me. Why is independent photography starved of money and influence? Why is independent photography starved of money? Why? You tell me. Talk back. It's sassy talk back again. I like this feature. It's a little sassy. I might start a section of my show called Talk Back, where I can get all sassy and talk back. It is nearly 12 years since Creative Commons published an article by Tom Cooper and I entitled Can British Photography Emerge from the Dark Ages? 10 years. No, 12. Damn it. Krista Stromholm is back again. We saw them once, and I was like, I'd never heard of Krista Stromholm. And Stromholm's, guess who's back?
Look at the
guess
teeth.
Who's back? That's really...
The amount of teeth.
And, like, Krista Stromholm's work is, like, all over the place, though. And also not very good.
Whoa!
Yeah, I like the blurry photo of a guy pulling his teeth out.
His dentures, a missing chunk of ear,
I know,
too.
It's no good.
This guy's had a hard time.
It's no good. And it's, like, not even giving them the, like, dignity of being, like, who you are. It's, like, whatever. Anyway, I don't know about this.
Kid in a box.
It's just all a bit too all over the place. Anyway, and then more. This guy gets so many pages. Oh yeah, hey baby, take a photo of me and you, and maybe you could get up on your knees and you pose next to me because I'm the photographer.
She looks angry.
She should look angry.
Bauhaus teaching.
Krista Stromholm, a self-portrait, Place Blanche, early 1960s. Well, fair dues, man. Shit, imagine what he got up to.
Yeah, I mean, that was a selfie in the 1960s.
He's probably like dropping acid with like whoever that person is and doing all kinds of mad shit. But then do we want to see his photos?
Oh, snakes.
Eat the snake.
Snake in the gob.
Toss the kittens.
Cobra in the grass.
Be impossible. It does not sound like things Arnold Schwarzenegger...
This is also slightly sexy
1980.
time, isn't it?
It does sound like something Arnold Schwarzenegger would say. Be impossible. Art is to achieve the unattainable.
That's quite interestingly...
I don't know. It's all cliches. It's all massive cliches, man. It's like, hey, it's your photo cliche bingo. Speak of the devil, Bruce Gilden. Shout out. 86. 8 August.
175, 350. So, this also tells you, obviously there was carriage to the States, but...
It was half. It was half price.
The pound was...
Yeah, it was that way. I remember in the 90s, you go buy trainers in America and they were literally half the price. Yeah. Not anymore. Pink. These guys are just switching it up. Barbenheimer. They know what they're doing.
They had an idea.
Don't have you.
What
don't
we'll do, we'll use reviews and the books in brief.
Now these... Who profits from photojournalism documentary? Well, I'll tell you right now, no one, because they killed it. It's over. It's over. But who knows? Maybe not for long, because it might be any form of photography that survives AI. So we will see, won't we? Right. Lee Miller. Holy moly. Lee Miller, freaking amazing.
Photographic surrealism.
Yeah. So Lee Miller was basically like a hero photographer, and she did incredible work, but also was like in war zones, but also was like she looked beautiful. Like she was essentially, was she a model?
She was stunning.
She might have been a model. She was stunning. So it's this whole double whammy amazing thing going on. This guy, the photographs projecting optimism. What I like is that, you know, it's like throwing out these little quotes. I hadn't done that before. This is so funny because that's whopping. Oh my God, look how much it's changed. That's so crazy.
That's an interesting sign.
Gun wharves.
Are they like very small gun
dwarves? Maybe.
Like dwarves.
Maybe they were Lord of the Ring gun dwarves. Lucian Freud, 70. This is okay. I don't know. Let's skip. Lee Friedlander essay. Paul Rees, but kind of a bit dry. Paul Rees, but kind of better.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Okay, not so fussed. Great.
Yeah.
That is a banger, and it will always be a banger.
Ford Fiesta.
Always will
Only
be a
just
banger.
now, Ford Fiesta's just been edged out the door. The last Ford Fiesta came out. That's also actually.
But like weird, Paul Rees is attempting to shrug off a media mentality. What?
In Wales.
What are you doing, Paul? Bruce in Faces.
Yeah,
You're blind. Get you. Get that blind person. Get
Starting
him.
up. A penny
Don't worry
to see the
about my
peach
granddaughter. She's just shy. Yes, in your face, person falling on the floor.
Early breakdancing.
Get in your face. Get them. I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of Gilden. I'm not a fan. Like,
I do like him, I have to say.
yeah, but the thing is, right? Like, the photographic style would be me, and I could do it if I just got a bit pissed off one day. It's just being a dick. I could totally just be a dick. And
But
get
as
these
you said the
photos.
other day, is that how photography, certainly street photography, has changed because now everybody has a camera and everybody's aware of being photographed and therefore like, oh. Whereas at this time, it was still like a shock to have someone come out.
Yeah, but everyone's
So
going to react.
blatantly.
Everyone's going to react this way of a camera in your face. They're just going to react that way.
Yeah.
And it's not just that; it's the whole targets of it. Look at the people he's picking to like attack. Like, there's like I see like a connection to that photographer. And again, it's terrible we had so much booze.
Syracuse.
Sarah Cruz. Sarah Cruz is a
Sarah
photographer.
Cruz, yeah.
The photographer earlier, where I was like, oh, they just seem to be picking like people who are like weak or infirm. Like it seems to be quite telling that they would get them back in those days. So again, like, I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like if you're gonna, I mean, fair play to Bruce Gilden. He just get everyone like that.
Yeah,
that's what he does now.
Yeah.
But like, I just feel like you're gonna give someone a bad day, you know. And I'd rather be like the guy. Yeah, look, he's got a high belt. He's overweight.
This is Chris Christie, modern day.
Just get him. Just get him. Pink. Photographs are not dumb records. No, they're not records. They're photographs. Idiot. It's not vinyl.
It's a time. It's an era. It's a.
Oh my God! Wow. Is that a pepper? Is that a pepper? Or is that a nude? Pepper or nude?
We're gonna.
Pepper or nude?
We're gonna man up for the last one.
Yeah, pepper or nude. Pepper or nude. Tell me. Look, Jules. Photo. Pepper or nude. Pepper or nude. Pepper or nude.
So 6.5% now.
Pepper or nude.
That is pepper.
Yeah,
But
it's a pepper.
It's a peppery nude. It's a peppery nude.
It looks a bit like a nude. It looks like, you know what? If you asked AI to make like a nude pepper, that's what it would look like.
But it would say original in colour.
Not in colour. Pepper nude. Pepper nude. And weirdly, is this printed in colour? And they went with the black and white image. They're so controversial. Oh, God.
Yeah, because that colour is not a standard single spot colour.
No. Can I just say, Christie's have really got their claws into Creative Camera at this point, or vice versa. They're doing well. Can I just say, all the money Creative Camera's getting from Christie's, fair play, Creative Camera, you're doing good. Not fussed about that. Orange, the psychic colour.
But a little dropped. Interesting. So if you're putting a little bit of colour in there, you would be thinking at this era, go, hey, we can have colour. Let's not bathe it in colour, but potentially use more colour. So it's interesting how they've only highlighted one little area where they had the ability to maybe, you know.
And it is the magazine for independent photography.
More racy.
Wait, ban the bomb. Eugene Smith, CND, baby.
Well, I'm at college. I've been at college for. Oh no, sorry. This is. I'm now at Epsom School of Art and Design.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm in my second month.
In 86.
Yep.
Wow.
86,
I'm still in Wales.
No, there you go. Yeah.
There is a boob, but it's covered by the child's face.
A hungry child.
Edward Weston, here we go. More boobs. Wow, double boob.
That is quite an interesting shot.
I mean,
actually.
it is good.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can see what they've done there. This is not so good. I'm not so fussed on this. No, I see what they're doing now. Masterclass. Be like Weston. Masterclass. Yeah, what they fail to address is that you need to go to that piece of wood to do that. That's literally the only thing that he's brought to the table is he saw that thing. And to do it, you should do that too. Fair dues. Oh, more driftwood. So I bet there were lots of people in 1986 in September being like, let's go find some driftwood, okay? Funny guy with funny glasses and a bottom. And a industrial plant and a piece of, I don't know, is that another bottom? It could be more portraits. Oh, wow, it's a whole Edward Weston episode. And the weird thing is that, issue even, is that that's not a very good portrait. That's not a very good portrait. And there's some bush, which is interesting. I did not expect.
Oh, we've gone. Sorry,
full
I've been
bush.
looking at my phone.
You looked at your phone and you missed it.
We've actually gone.
We've gone
soft.
full bush. And what's interesting, can I just point out, is that that's the first bush and cave that we've seen in all these magazines, and we've looked at quite a few.
Well, bush and a cave together.
Bush and a cave, and underarm hair. So
that's very modern.
Yeah, it is very contemporary, and I like the layout, and I like what's going on here. So there we go. A toilet and a bottom. And there's a bit of Martin Parr of a poor child, looking kind of lost and forlorn and upset in New Brighton, as was the fashion. And that looks like, oh, talkback.
We're back to your favourite.
I love talkback.
Yeah, amateur photographer is a neglected and patronised species.
It really is, because it's a rare species. The amateur photographer is
it rare?
A noble.
There must be many more
species.
amateur photographers.
No, I'd say the amateur photographer is an almost extinct species because no one will put in the groundwork because they just click, click, click.
Yeah, but they're still amateurs because they're not earning money from it.
There's no one. There's no one. And that will conclude this
corner
episode.
house.
I think we've got to stop. So we aim to do, oh, it's so sticky, this many.
Which?
We did that many.
That many.
And that's, yeah.
I mean, if you really enjoyed this episode, you know, just in the comments say, we'd really love to see all of those.
Yeah. Or say nothing.
There may not be many comments.
There might be not many comments. But maybe what we could do is we could drink more. Because I feel like I could have gone a bit more.
You weren't very heavy on the booze.
I wasn't heavy on the booze. I should have been heavier.
No.
And I think that might have made it more.
Yeah.
But I was kind of worried.
I think you would have got through less magazines.
Yes, we would have got through less. But we did pretty good. So anyway, that was Creative Camera up to... Where did we get up to? We got up from...
So from March 83 to October 86.
We got to 1986, everyone. Well done. Well, thanks for staying with us. Thanks for watching that. I should always say, and I always forget now, please subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. Go on. Press the button. Do it.
Comment and like.
Comment. You could say, like, well, I would have drunk more. Or you can defend one of the photographers I didn't know existed, who now...
Or disliked.
You knew about, or disliked. And be like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Or you could be like, yes, Ed, those photographers you never heard of, I guess I know why.
Well, as in one of them was me. They might be looking on and going...
Jules Bigg is a real person, and you should think very carefully before you say anything about him. You come for me. Leave Jules out of this. He's just a guest. And you know what, more importantly, you're the first other human on this show.
I'm the first guest.
Who's ever been on this show.
There we go.
Real human life form.
That is...
Real.
That is...
So don't you come for Jules.
That's a mark, and we've done well.
So cheers. Oh, there we go. So yeah, thank you everyone. And yeah, we'll do this again, Jules. And I've enjoyed it immensely.
Laters.
We were so wonky by the end. It's like the camera, the shot from above. It's just like every time it